Sometimes the notion of personal finance is made pretty complex when it doesn't really need to be. You know, the object of the personal finance game is just to manage your income in a way that increases your wealth and your happiness. Now, over the years, I've settled on following just a couple of core personal finance principles that get me toward that goal. Now, these are principles that guide my tactics, and we can talk about those in other videos, but for now, let's just talk about the 4 personal finance principles and how you can use them to make better financial decisions. First thing we're going to talk about is the personal nature of value. Now, value isn't defined by the price tags or market trends. What's valuable to you might not be valuable to someone else, and vice versa. This subjective nature of value comes into play in every financial decision you make. And this is why 2 parties to a transaction are going to come out thinking that they each got the better part of the deal, and that's the way it's supposed to work. If I'm buying a hamburger, I personally value the hamburger more than I value the money I have to spend to get it, or the time and effort it took me to earn the money. The owner of the hamburger wants the money more than he wants the hamburger. So when I buy the hamburger and we make this trade, that leaves me feeling happier than when I only had the money. And the restaurateur is happier because she now has the money instead of the hamburger, which represents a profit for her. We both think we got the better end of the bargain. And we did. Because we each got something that we valued more in exchange for something we valued less. We both win. Now, how can you apply this principle? Well, before you're making a purchase or an investment, ask yourself, does this thing really add value to my life? Is it what I believe based on my values and my goals? Don't let yourself get swayed by what other people think is valuable. Choose based on your personal goals and your personal circumstances. Second one is individual decision making. Your life and your financial path are uniquely yours. Learning is good and getting advice is good, but in the end, your financial decisions are yours and yours alone. They should come from your judgment about your circumstances, your goals, and where you want to be in your life. You can't let your family, your friends, or anybody else persuade you about what you should value. They don't have your life, your circumstances, or your goals. Now, how do you translate this? Well, you start by developing a personalized financial plan that aligns with your goals, your risk tolerance, and your life situation. You don't want to blindly follow generic advice or try to keep up with other people's financial choices. Don't, as they used to say, try to keep up with the Joneses. In the end, you're the one that has to live with your decisions. Third one we're going to talk about is the importance of time preference. Now, the biggest villain in my life, the biggest bad guy, my biggest stumbling block was always my attitude towards immediate gratification. I almost always made the choice for gratification now and let tomorrow worry about itself. And that was a horrible plan.
I've waited my whole life to experience delayed gratification.
What I finally learned is that focusing more on long-term benefits plays a huge role in financial success. This preference for a longer time horizon has made a big difference in how and when I spend and how and when I invest. Understanding and managing your own time preference can do the same thing for your wealth building journey. Now, how do you do it? Well, it's not really that difficult. It's practicing delayed gratification. I know, easier said than done. Consider the long-term implications of your financial decisions. Are you willing to forego some immediate pleasures for greater future rewards? Fourth thing is skepticism towards centralized planning, and this one has always come pretty easily for me. Regulations, governments, financial institutions, they all play important roles in our financial lives, and there's no avoiding it. But relying too much on centralized systems or one-size-fits-all solutions can be risky. Dave Ramsey or Susie Orman aren't right all the time or for every person. It's important to maintain a healthy skepticism of any advice you're given, mine included, and take personal responsibility for your financial well-being. Because in the long run, nobody, no politician, no financial advisor, no schmuck on YouTube, cares as much about your finances as you do.
Great. We can just put that into your retirement account and make it go to work for you, and it's gone.
How do you turn this into application? Well, don't assume that government programs or financial institutions or brokers or anybody else are acting in your best interest, because they're not. So stay informed, ask questions, take an active role in managing your own finances. Now, by sticking to these 4 personal finance principles, understanding subjective value, making individual decisions, considering time preference, and maintaining a healthy skepticism, you're going to be able to develop a better approach to your finances. Mastering your personal finances is a project of continuous learning and adaptation. Now, these principles are going to provide a good foundation, but it's up to you to apply them in ways that serve your unique financial goals and circumstances. For today. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you have an awesome day. Hope these principles help. If they do, hit the like button. Helps me out, helps you out. Subscribe so when I do this again, you can be around to watch it. Have a great day.